Alrighty, once again cutting it close on the time. This daily is about to elapse. See if I can finish it in time. What's happening here? Draw, we got Smithy and Journeyman, which is just Smithy with extra words. There's also Faithful Hound. Faithful Hound and Form have some synergy potentially. And then Scholar's Draw. Scholar looks pretty terrible here to me. Draw to X is not great when you can't trash. I don't see any trashing. So you just end up discarding your junk and drawing new junk. Villages, City, and Procession. Plus buy, Fishmonger. Also Forum actually here is kind of bona fide plus buy. Normally Forum is like buy neutral in the sense that you have a bunch of money, you buy a Forum, and you're still back at one buy because you spent a buy to get a buy back. So the Forums are free, but they're not getting you buys of anything else. However, here you could do something like Procession of 4 into a Forum, get plus buy off of that, and then you gain plus buy by gaining it, but you didn't spend it by buying it, and you could get buys. You could net yourself buys. Anyways, Quartermaster looks good to me. Procession seems decent. There's some good forces targets, turn them into 5s. And then Quartermaster helps you line up your procession with your smithy or your monument. And then presumably you're getting some cities and some of this other stuff. And then that's about it. Probably 3 is silver. Could be Fishmonger. Fishmonger is terminal, but it's a good terminal to open with another terminal because it goes to the bottom of your deck naturally, and then you can play it whenever you want. So if you have a second terminal, like a monument, for example, you can always just play the Fishmonger in the non-monument hand and guarantee they never collide. Does that make it worth it? I think I'd rather just open Smithy Silver. Gives you a good chance of hitting 5. If you find Smithy, you're really happy. On turn 3, because then you trigger a shuffle as well. Fishmonger Procession would be a cute opening because you could guarantee, kind of converse of the point about terminal collision. You can guarantee your procession does find your Fishmonger, but there's no good. There are no 3s at all to gain off of procession, so that'd be a little bit of a bummer. I think I'm just gonna do Smithy Silver. What a lovely hand! Could not ask for better. The Quartermaster now. Sure, a second one if you insist. This is a sad draw. I'm not even gonna bother playing that. I'm just gonna draw the Quartermaster dead if I do. I think I'd rather just play the Fishmonger to hit 5 than play the Smithy. Once again, I have the Quartermaster down there. Don't want to draw it dead. The bot has a lot of processions. A lot of processions. Curious. Cards are not quite lining up the way I would like. Some nice early draws, but now things are getting finicky. I'm going to play this. I don't need 6. 6 is no better than 5. But if I didn't play it, it would be in my next hand. You never want a shadow card to be in your hand because if you can play it from your deck, why waste a draw drawing into your hand and playing it? But here we go. This is looking more like it. Oopsie. Wrong button. Okay. Well, here I'm going to draw these, but overdrawing anyway, so it's suddenly a little bit less of a problem. Hmm. That was probably a mistake, wasn't it? It's occurring to me that I had more than enough draw last turn because I processed a bunch of smithies. And the smithies are no longer in my deck. And so I maybe should have either gained another journeyman in place of a city there to have more draw, or bought like journeyman for him in place of the platinum. The intuition is like, oh, I'm overdrawing my deck. It's time to add more payload, and then I click the payload card. And it didn't really dawn on me until just now that the reasons I was overdrawing my deck were not going to apply again this turn. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I think this dud is my own doing. Is this win? Probably not, right? I gain a city. It would cost 8 to empty the fishmongers. They have the nearby trait, so buys are no object. It would cost 5 more to empty city. That would take 13. And then I would need to buy a province, 21. Yeah, I'm not that close to 21. So then I shouldn't lower the cities at the moment. Let's take a journeyman. Does the 1 extra money matter? I could process the fishmonger if the 1 money makes a difference. 12, 13. That give me a 14. Don't think it really makes a difference. All right. Just going to go ahead and empty the city pile before I play any future cities. So now the cities are going to have +1 buy, +1 coin on top of all the other bonuses. There's an estate down there worth skipping. Is this a win? This has to be a win. Yeah, so I could pile out estates for 16 and then have enough money left for a duchy. Pile out fishmongers for 8 and then buy enough points to outscore them. I am 2 buys short of piling curses. I could empty curses, but I would need at least 2 buys to buy like a colony and a province to overcome the points deficit at that point. I can't quite pile out smithies. I have the money for it, but not enough money to also take a points lead while doing it. So I think it's either estates or fishmongers. Feeling the fishmonger. Alrighty. I don't know that I played that one optimally. I think I got the gist of it right. Quartermaster plus procession plus smithy seems like the right way to go. I think I made some poor choices at particular points that maybe caused it to come together a little bit less well than it could have. I'll say the bot had the same general idea, was very heavy on the processions relative to the things that are worth processing. Wonder if maybe a few more smithies or monuments would have been a tad more helpful there.